Hello guys, how's it? Welcome to Shooting the Shit with Jeremy, the podcast where we talk about anything and everything, anyone and everyone. Enjoy the show. How's it guys? Aloha, welcome to another episode of Shooting the Shit with Jeremy. As always, super stoked, super blessed, super thankful you guys are tuning us in, downloading us, following us, emailing us, calling me, texting me, and stopping me at the store to give me your feedback. I like it, the good, the bad, the ugly, as I always like to say. You know, I can't grow, get better, and help you if I don't listen to everything and at least hear what everybody has to say. So thank you again and keep it coming, guys. I really appreciate it. Without you guys, there is no podcast, really. I mean, there is, but I'd be talking to myself. Anyways, quick little note before I get started tonight. I'm a little bit later than I usually am trying to get on here, but I have this little OCD and little pet peeve of mine is I can't handle dishes being in the dish sink piled up. My wife, she can pile them up, and it drives me insane. So I had to go wash some dishes and put them away. So that's why I'm a little bit late. If I sound a little groggy or a little tired or a little slow, that is why tonight. But, you know, just keeping it real with you guys and talking the shit, so to speak. What I wanted to talk about today and bring up to you guys is something I noticed coming back. Not coming back, but I noticed today a lot more than I did in the last 2 or 3 years. Obviously, because of COVID, the world's been shut down. People are starting to travel. People are starting to vacation and explore a lot more. And living in Hawaii, we're a travel destination, tourist destination. We have a lot of people that don't live here that come and, you know, want to explore and be happy and do their things. And if you live in a tourist destination like Hawaii, we talk a lot of shit about the tourists, yet we need the tourists to keep our economy going. So this is not going to be bashing on tourists. This isn't going to be talking shit about tourists or people traveling or that kind of stuff. What I'm going to talk to you guys today about is why do you guys leave your brain at home when you go on vacation? We've all been on vacation. We all kind of get relaxed and, you know, do crazy stuff and, you know, like to have fun and let loose. But there's a difference between leaving your brain at home, letting loose, and having fun. You know, we've seen it all. You guys that live in these tourist destinations, we see it. Some of us more than others if we're on the road more, but on the daily. Flipping bitches in the middle of the road. Crazy jumping off of stuff that they shouldn't be jumping off of, taking pictures, laying down next to monk seals, you know, you name it. Granted, you know, a lot of the stuff I'll be talking about and that I see and that I what is that called, experiences in Hawaii, obviously. So there's going to be a lot, examples are going to be geared towards that, and obviously, right, because that's my I don't want to say expertise, but that's my world, that's what I see. So, you know, like today, there's a car made a U-turn in the middle of the road for no reason. Like, obviously they had a reason, but no reason that I could see. There was a road they could have turned in, you know, a couple blocks up the road. They did it safely. People, you know, my biggest thing is just think and respect where you're at. It doesn't matter if you're in Hawaii, if you're in Alaska, if you're in Zimbabwe or wherever you go. You respect the culture that you're at. Respect the people that live there. Respect is something that people shouldn't leave at home with their brain, right? They leave their brain and their respect at home. You're a visitor and you're exploring this place and you chose to come to that place or this place wherever you're at because of whatever reason. And you don't need to go there and be like, well, I'm from so-and-so place, and this is how we do it, so I'm going to keep doing it like that. Well, if that's how you're going to do it and how you want to experience, why didn't you just stay home? Why did you come to this place to experience something different? So, you know, look at it that way. A good example, I used to work in the restaurants. Years, you know, from the time I was 17 till mid-30s. Every restaurant position you could think of, from manager to dishwasher. And I can't tell you how many times people would come in and be like, well, my wife wanted to come here, but I don't want to try any of the food, so I'm going to go to McDonald's after this. Or, You know, I heard so much bad things about this stuff called poi, so I'm not gonna try it. Like, what the hell? You're on vacation. You're trying a new culture and a new place. Why not try the food? Try it. You know, you never know what you're gonna eat, what you like it or not. Like, don't leave your home and your comfort of your home to do the same thing somewhere else. You know, get out, explore, and try new things with respect, right? You don't want that. We don't want, I can tell you for a fact, the biggest pet peeve out of every local person in Hawaii is, and I'm assuming everywhere else as a tourist destination is, well, I'm from so and so, this is how we do it, and that's how I'm going to do it, like I mentioned earlier. And that's just nuts. So, you know, get out there and explore, be respectful, try new things. You know, if you're spending thousands of dollars to come to Hawaii, don't sit in your hotel room and eat McDonald's the whole time. Get out, try a luau, try a hole in the wall place, go walk to the beach. Don't touch anything that you're not supposed to touch. You see locals doing something, observe them a little bit. Don't just assume like, hey, they're local kids, I can jump in the rip too. Then my boys are gonna have to come out with the jet ski and rescue, because you don't know about rips, you don't know about currents. You know, those kids grew up doing that. They can jump in their rip, get ripped out. They know how to get back in, swim back in, and they jump back in their rip and they go back out again. It's a game, you know. But you don't live here. We didn't do it. You don't know how to deal with that. I wouldn't go to the mainland and jump in a river, see some people going down the river, and I'll be like, oh, I could do that. They're young. I don't know nothing about rivers. You know, I'm not gonna go to Africa and see some local people running through the forest. I'm not gonna go run through the forest. Like, what if you run into a lion or something? True story. I had a guy tell me that one time that he ran into a lion on his run in I believe it was Africa. Can't remember right off the top of my hand. But anyways, so please, please, when you go on these trips, you go on these vacations, be respectful. Don't leave your brain at home. Don't do stupid stuff. You know, but try new things within reason, right? You're not gonna, if you're not a hiker, don't hike the 12-mile hike because it was posted on Instagram and it's a beautiful hike. You know, you want to take a walk, well, there's plenty of bike paths all throughout the state of Hawaii, or there's roads and pathways that you could walk on that aren't as dangerous as that kind of stuff. So, you know, think about that kind of stuff when you guys go on vacation, because one, you're not going to piss off the locals, and two, not pissing off the locals will make your time and your vacation a lot less headache, a lot more fun, a lot more enjoyable. And what I wanted to do is kind of tie this into it, because this is a short episode of just kind of trying to get everybody's attention, and, you know, to not be so, just a reminder not to leave your brains at home when you go on vacation. When you are on vacation and you are experiencing these different cultures, all these different things, these different places, you have to remember that different isn't wrong. Okay, these cultures, these places, these things that you're seeing and going to could be thousands of years old, hundreds of years old, centuries. You know, they're there for a reason. They serve a purpose. They're done for a certain reason. There is no you don't have to go over there and say, well, if you did it like this, it would be better. How come they're using this instead of that? And if they use this, they should have that. You know, there's reasons behind this kind of stuff. So when you go there, don't think that it's wrong. You could think that it's wrong. I'm not gonna, you know, tell you what to think and not think, but don't. It's working for them for some reason. Whatever it may be. There's too many examples for me to give on that kind of stuff. So don't assume that something new to you is somebody's doing it wrong. Okay? There's no exact example that I could come up with, but I was talking with my good friend earlier today, going over like the ideas of this podcast, and one of the ideas we came up with was, you know, in every culture, every place you go, they a lot of people do the same things but differently, and each one of those people or cultures at some point kind of dog on them, right? Like, hey, they're doing it wrong. See, we do it like this, it works. And then the other guys are like, well, why are they doing it like that? We do it like this, it works, right? So the example we came up with, and you guys are going to laugh, but you Hawaii people are going to know. Most of you guys are going to laugh and be like, but you Hawaii people, you're going to know. Is when you make rice, right? There's typically two types of people that make rice. The person that measures it cup for cup, how many cups of rice to how many cups of water, and then they turn it on. And then there's the other people that put the rice in, fill the water up, and you measure it to your knuckle. The water from the top of the rice to the top of the water with your knuckle. And both are right, both work. One is considered, from one person's perspective, the other's considered weird, from the other, vice versa, right? Me and my wife, exact perfect example. I'm the top of the rice to the knuckle, and my wife is the cup for cup. We both make good rice. It still turns out okay. We dog on each other a little bit, but that's friendly, good-hearted ribbing here and there. But the point is just because something is different to you doesn't mean it's wrong. Okay? That's basically what I'm trying to get about on this whole podcast, is when you go on your trips and you don't forget your brain at home, and you respect the culture, and don't automatically assume what somebody's doing is wrong. Okay? Go in there with an open mind and open heart, enjoy, have fun, and don't try and change the world in one vacation. Just enjoy. You're a visitor. You're not a local. You're not, you don't live there full time. You're not trying to change everything in the 4 days or a week that you've been there. Now, that also goes for you guys that buy houses and live in your houses for a month out of the year. Don't go wherever you're bought your house and try and change it to the way it is where you're living full time. There's a reason you moved here. There's a reason you moved away from that place and bought wherever you bought. Don't try and change it like the place is. If where you're at is so awesome and so great, leave the houses and the land to the people that live there and want to be there, and not change the place and want to just kind of go with the flow and enjoy the way it is. Okay? So I could get into a whole nother podcast on that one too, but I won't. You guys get the gist of it all. Okay? So anyways, that's it for my little rant and rave tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys pass this on. There's a lot of people that need to hear this. A lot of people. So this, out of all the episodes so far, please blast this one. Please share this one. Especially if you have somebody going on vacation. If they're coming to Hawaii, let them listen to this. If they're going to Alaska, let them listen. If they're going to Africa, if they're going anywhere, let them listen to this. Make them listen to this, so they understand that they're visitors. They're welcome. They just got to go home and start living their life normally. Don't come over here and try and change everything. Don't go over there and try and change everything. Okay? So, anyways, hope I didn't ramble on too much for you guys. Hope you guys have a great night. Hope you guys have a great day tomorrow. And as always, thank you so much. Keep being positive. Keep doing that positive influence. Keep trying to put a smile on somebody's face. And just overall, just keep smiling, guys. Alrighty. You guys have a great night. Aloha.